Hello, my friends. I am just making this video because I wanted to talk about a couple things. Number one, January 3rd, 2025. Why am I excited? Because I completed my second session of therapy. Whoop whoop. I know y'all probably like, what? I don't care. Why is she telling us this? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, y'all could be thinking that. Or y'all could be like, yay, go, Vivian. So, either way, I'm telling you guys because it is a step closer to my goals. I did speak with my therapist today. She actually understands my diagnosis and the evaluations that my original therapist gave when I did my intake some months back. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but you might not remember, or you might not know. But I was cleared to go to therapy from my neurosurgeon. And when I was cleared to go to therapy, I did one session. It was more so of an intake just to see like where I was at, because I was supposed to do like 3 hours a day for this part of my therapy. Because like I said again, my issue is more neurological than it is like if I had a car accident or if I broke a bone or something like that. So like it's not something that I'm trying to heal due to accident, but it's something that is out of my control and that I'll have to deal with most likely for the rest of my life. Now in Illinois, Monday it was raining. Perfect day for me to start therapy because she got to see how I am when it's raining versus how I am when it's not raining. um I still have like a super long way to go. It's just like, when a stroke patient has to do therapy, their issue is neurological. It's not that they've been in a car accident. It's not that they did this or that. Is they have neurological damage. So their therapy, in my mindset, would be a little different from someone who is in therapy for just say a broken leg, or somebody that's had a car accident or a motorcycle accident that's trying to regain their strength, unless that accident was also neurological. Because I do know someone who was telling me about a issue that they had on a motorcycle accident, and their problems were neurological as well, because when they was ejected off of the bike, they hit their head. So since I've started therapy, this is my second day. She did send an email to her manager just to let them know that she think that I have the wrong orders written, because I didn't read the orders when the orders were sent over. My doctor just sent them over, and I just was doing therapy like I figured I was supposed to. Have couple more challenges that I need to address, like especially with my therapy. You see, like I can't close my, see how I cannot put my fingers together to save my life. See that? It's even with this hand. It's just something that I have to work on. And it's just because if I'm sitting in a certain position, or if my arms is in a certain position, my strength is just not the same. I don't get it. Don't understand it. I have tremors in my leg, really bad tremors. A lot of times it looked like my tremors. Hold on one second. Hello? Hold on, I'll check it. Give me 1 second. I text it to you. Okay. Like I said, my tremors, they are something that I can't, did they send me a verification? Oh, they did. It's on my business number. 172. That's why I just got that. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to send my daddy this thing so he can print something out for me. Okay. Can he see that? 172221. Oh, sorry. So back to what I was saying. I apologize, y'all. My issues is neurological. Because of my surgeries that I had. When I came out of my first surgery, I didn't expect to be paralyzed. It wasn't like completely paralyzed, but that week in ICU was motherfucker. I'm just telling y'all now. You ain't never got to get brain surgery? Don't opt for it. I think my illness, everybody's saying that I fake my illness and I use my illness for sympathy. I don't even talk about it that much, but I don't mind talking about it because it helps me. It's therapeutic to me now to talk about it, especially since people say I lie on it. I don't understand why would I lie, because I don't get anything extra for being disabled. I don't get anything extra for having a lesser income. I can't even work. Like, people don't understand. Let me take y'all back. I've always worked. I've always been a human resource in some capacity for at least the last 12 plus years before I went to school for it. So I deserve to be able to get up and go to work every day, but I can't. Do you understand that what I was making versus what I get on disability is like crumbs compared to what I was making? I was able to travel. I was taking care of my kids. I was doing stuff for my family. I was helping everyone. Now I can barely help myself. So people have to understand that this part of my life is something that I definitely am not getting sympathy for, and I'm definitely not faking. Why I got sympathy because I had a GoFundMe. I didn't start that GoFundMe. That GoFundMe, it got $5,000. I appreciate every penny that was raised, but when somebody pulled up my GoFundMe, it was like, why are you pulling that up? Like, it made me rich, or it made me to a different income level than what I am in. Like, no. I don't care about people saying that I'm broke, because I am broke. And it don't hurt my feelings. I don't live above my means anyway, so me being broke is just me being broke. Whatever. I have a hustle. I have something that I'm going to do once this election shit is over, but I'm not trying to do what I need to do until I make sure that Henyard is out of office. Then I can resume to my business and what I need to do. Just like what I was talking about as far as the event I want to do. I really want to do an event and speak on different illnesses. People sometimes have stuff that you might have, and you might see symptoms of something, and you might not know you have it. But when you speak to someone else and hear about what they have or what they've gone through or what symptoms they realize that they have in order to go and get tested, it might help yourself to get diagnosed with something that you might not know you have. I don't pray illness on anybody, but I do want everybody to be aware of what's going on in their body. You have to know that I speak to a lot of people, and a lot of people come up to me and tell me about things that they've been through, their illnesses, their parents, their kids. There's one guy that I met when I was going back and forth to my doctor's appointments. He was my driver. I use Pace. Let me tell y'all something. I have Pace paratransit, as well as I use my insurance for rides also, which is free. Pace is not free. Pace is $3.25 per each ride, each way. So like if you do a double trip, then just say it's $7. That's a $3.25, but just say $7 for a round trip. Tiffany and the township. I don't know how the township vehicles work, or is it free each way wherever they, if they want to go anywhere, they just don't have to pay and just use the township. If so, then that's very awesome for the township. However, for those days when the township buses are not available, there are other options. Especially if people need to go to their dialysis appointments, their doctor's appointments, their anyway, like I have a doctor appointment Thursday. It's downtown. I'm not driving downtown because number one, my car is crappy. I think I'm about to need a new transmission. And number two, my car is not gonna make it on the expressway going downtown. And so I'm going to use my pace. And that way I know I can go and come in peace. And I don't have to worry about being broke down on the side of the highway or anything like that. But it's just like it is ways for people that are disabled or are seniors to get around. Like especially pace, I can take pace anywhere I want to go. I took pace when me and my son went downtown for my birthday. Like I could take pace and go out to party and have them pick me back up. I can do whatever I want on pace because pace is a transportation service for people with disabilities and seniors that have mobility problems. And they will pick you up and take you as far as you need to go. And they also offer a taxi service. A taxi service is you give you $30 free. So like if I took the taxi from here, from downtown Chicago to here, once it hit $30, then that's when I'll start paying. So like my trip costs $37, I'll pay $7. That's how they taxi service work, and I've done it. Cause like I said, my doctor's appointments are downtown, so I don't drive downtown. I hate driving downtown. Again, so when it comes to the township and what people need, I just want people to know that there are alternatives outside of just those township buses where they can actually take people. And I've been seeing them township buses running around, and I ain't been seeing people, and I've been seeing boxes. It's like they moving stuff. What is they transporting in them township vehicles? Anybody know, for real? I would love to know. Anyway, back on what I was talking about. As far as what I'm going through, I just want everybody to be able to come out and speak on any illness that you might have, illness that somebody in your family might have that, you know, that you've dealt with or that you've seen happen. I want to have like a panel of certain people that have certain diagnoses, and for them to be able to speak on their experiences and what they go through on a day-to-day. Because like Dr. Nikita said it best, I live my life every day in pain. I don't tell nobody else, because what you gonna do? You gonna give me my headache pills? Like, you can't help me. Even when I take my headache pills, they don't work. They don't work out like they supposed to. They help me, because I know a lot of people have heard the expression, hey, it hurts so bad you just want to kill yourself. Like, I've had those headaches before. Like, excruciating headaches. And anybody that's had migraines and other type of headaches, then you know what I'm talking about. And it's not easy to deal with headache. I have chronic headache pains 24/7. My head never stops hurting. My head's been hurting for years. Years. And like, it doesn't stop. And like, I still have 2 tumors that have came back. So it's part of life for me. Pain is every day. The people be like, oh, you do this. No, you do. I do a lot of stuff. Like, I have a very high pain tolerance. Very high. Very high. Because I experience a lot of pain on a day in and day out basis. Like, even when I had my first child, no medicine. Tell y'all. No medicine. No stitches. I did what I was supposed to do and got her out, and she was good. But I just say that to say that I go through a lot, and I'm not complaining. I'm just rolling with the punches. Guess what? Because I can't change it. I can't sit around and just be crying. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. No, I still gotta live my life. If I let that overtake my joy, then what the hell? Like, it makes no sense. I'm still gonna live my life every day like I'm supposed to. I'm gonna be around here smiling, laughing. People like, well, you ain't injured, you ain't hurt. You can't tell me what I am. What I'm not gonna do is just let my pain take over me and me become miserable. Like people say, people always say I'm miserable and I'm messy. I laugh and smile too much to be miserable and messy. Let me just tell y'all this. Because nobody can steal my joy for too long. Let me just say that. Like nobody can steal my joy for too long. Like I let people take me out of character at times. I ain't gonna lie. Like I tell most folks now, I'm retired, so you just make sure that when I get out of character with you, that you can afford to act like I can act, because I don't have a job to go to in the morning. Some people, they do and say stupid shit, but they still keep their jobs though. I just never understood that. Like, it is what it is. Okay, back to that. So, anyway, two more things. Township buses, insurance, 1 day insurance. Is that really real? We don't know. We got to figure it out. Because why is she having all of the buses on the road every day if they are quote unquote not insurable? I need to know this. Everybody needs to know this, because it's a liability if our seniors are on those buses and something happens. What if one of those drivers really do something or get hit and something happens to somebody on one of them buses? Who will foot the bill? At the end of the day, it's going to be on us residents. You know why? Because we are not insured or insurable under Henyard's administration. We don't have enough people to come out and support us asking her to step down. I know a lot of people be like, oh, it's just the same old people that's always talking. People say that like they get tired of us when they don't even come and speak their own truths. I don't understand how anybody can say it's the same people, but they never show up. I need people to really start supporting our efforts. It's a lot of people on the Facebook groups and Facebook politics, and everybody have, well, y'all should do this and y'all should do that and y'all should stand strong and do this in solidarity. But number one, we not gonna risk our freedom. We're not gonna risk our freedom. We definitely not gonna risk our safety. Because what y'all gotta understand is these people are rogue. They have not been stopped. Nobody is stopping them. We are in the village of Dolton. Who works for the village of Dolton? The police work for Tiffany, technically. So even though she is the mayor, she appoints the police chiefs and all of that. So they work for her. They listen to her. We can't go out there and just be disobedient and disobeying the laws like she can, because we are residents. Y'all got to understand that we can't just go out and do what we want to do. I cannot wait for this election to be over and we are just rid of Henyard. Y'all have to understand that the plant mayor, I'm laying down on my pillow. The plant mayor that's running, y'all can't vote her back in. Please don't. Y'all have to see and understand that she is not for Dolton. Her trustee, Denasham, he is not for Dolton. Dolton has been through enough. And this is my opinion. I can't tell y'all who to vote for, because I asked people for Tiffany vote, and I'll never do that again. But I can just say that when we've been going through this whole fight for almost 4 years, nobody not Cassandra, not Denasha. None of them have stepped up and said anything bad about Tiffany. You know what she said about the caucus when Tiffany came? She felt bad because we were booing her. She made it seem like we were wrong for booing her and singing her out of the auditorium because she had justice with her. Everybody knows the rules at the caucus. You're not even supposed to bring kids in like that because they're not registered voters and they're taking up space from people that actually are voting. So why did she even bring her daughter to a caucus when another voter could have came in her space? But this is the stuff that people don't question because I guess it's Tiffany Henyard. But I didn't feel bad for her getting voted out and getting sung out of the door because she's not a good leader. She's the worst supervisor in Thornton Township history of supervisors. And then for her to continuously try and drag Frank Zuccarelli down, and he was her mentor. Do y'all pay attention to how many people that have basically left Henyard's side? Like long-term friends of hers? Like people that have been around for years and that are no longer cool with her? Even Carmen Carlisle. Carmen and Tiffany was like this. Remember when she came to the meeting and went in on the seniors? I know everybody remember that. So it's just like, what changed? At some point, most people have a heart and they understand, hey, what we doing is not right. You are consistently robbing the taxpayers of their money. You're consistently lying, saying we have a surplus, we have a surplus. We had a surplus because she came in and did all of those layoffs. If you add up the salaries of everybody that she laid off, people that have been there 20 plus years, all of the money that some people were just about to retire. And then she just came in and just laid them off. And then they just lost their job and now they have nothing. So you add all those salaries up. You don't think that would be the surplus that she keeps speaking on? But I'm gonna show y'all something else. I'm gonna do another video probably later on tonight. And I'm gonna show y'all how she spent those grants. So she did do the layoffs. But also with some of the employee salaries that is on the payroll, she been using those grant money to pretty much pay them and to lie and say like, oh, well, they've been doing this or they've been doing that. And they ain't even doing that work. I've been looking at some of the grants. Stephanie sent me an email with that one grant for the youth program, the $1 million grant. And, you know, with grants, now, I don't know if I told y'all, but I took a grant writing class recently. I didn't know I was sick when I took it. So my plans is to actually take another one. But I took a grant writing class recently. And in the grant writing class, it gives you like things you're supposed to do with the grant and then things that you're not supposed to do with the grants. So like some things are deemed, I'm not going to say illegal, but it's just like you can get dinged for getting that grant and then it can stop you from getting another grant. Now, that grant was very interesting because remember when we had that big argument with Stan Brown at the Township about him not having enough people to cut the grass, right? Why is the employee salaries at one point like $400 and something thousand in that youth program? I'm gonna show y'all the numbers, then that way y'all can see it. But I gotta go back and look at it because I don't want to say something and then be wrong on my information. So I am going to take my time and my due diligence to go and effectively look at it because at some point I need to write a grant for my own business because, as y'all know, I have mine is Your Favorite Survivor, tumor awareness. My program is basically trying to help anyone that has some kind of tumor, because contrary to proper to contrary to what Keith Price said or anything else, tumors um, are either cancerous or non-cancerous, and all tumors are pretty much how not all the time 100%, but pretty much they're the lumps that you find when you know that something is wrong in your body. So when you have breast cancer, what do you have in your breast? You have lumps. What are the lumps? The lumps are tumors. You can have breast cancer and it still be non-cancerous because it's not spreading throughout your whole body, but it's still a form of cancer. Just like my tumors, when they took that I had my surgery, I have 2 tumors that came back. I'm still dealing with tumors in my head now. I have a fucking MRI in February. But it's just like a lot of people don't understand their body and lumps that come about in their body. So until they understand it and until they get the proper test that's needed, they'll never know what's going on inside of them. So that's part of what I'm trying to do, and that's what I'm going to, try and get my grant started so I can get my stuff up and running, because I don't want to be in politics. That's not my end goal. My end goal is to own a community center, deal with the community, deal with, not just the youth, but also people with disabilities. It's like, I feel like to have a community center for the disabled is something that we don't have a lot of. And in my opinion, if I can start a community center for the disabled and people with different diagnoses, it can help make a change. Until you've been through what others have been through, then you'll never know and never understand. Because one day you can be regular, running, having fun, enjoying life, vacationing, and then the next day you prepping for surgery, and now your life has changed forever. Most people will never understand because they probably won't go through things that I've been through or things that others have been through. But, if you have family members that are fighting, I would love to be able to help them in the process. Like I said, we have all type of community centers and everything, and that's just for regular kids and regular people. But when do we ever reach out and help the disabled community? We help seniors, and which seniors, they need help. My grandma's 93 years old. I was able to spend the whole Christmas a week with my grandma just passed. Does she need help? My grandma can't even leave the house, really. She's been in her room and she can walk back and forth to the bathroom, but she can't leave the house. So people with that's senior citizens, definitely they need the help and attention. They do need, functions and things to get out the house with. But what about the disabled in the community? We don't really get any attention. And I feel like at some point something has to give and something has to change, because we are part of the community as well. Okay, I got a little bit off topic, but the third thing I wanted to say was just this next election, I'm going to keep drilling it in y'all head. Please, please, please pay attention to the candidates. Cooking with Frank said it best. I don't know if y'all watched any of his videos. Please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. If y'all haven't already, I'm going to put his video in the link below so y'all can check it out. But we have a lot of plans in place in this election. I don't want us to lose focus of what's going on by not vetting these candidates. Cassandra Hopscotch Jordan, she's definitely a plant. She has the Dasha, I don't even know his last name, that's running as a trustee. This dude is Team Tiffany Henyard 24/7. If y'all come to the township meetings, he is always sitting with her guys. Why? Because he is a paid performer. All I'm telling y'all is please keep y'all eye on the prize. Let's vote out corruption completely in Dolton. I know people like, oh no, Jason House, we need to get rid of everybody. Well, somebody said it best, because you know I've been in HR. I've hired a full center and like had it up and running within 6 months. So I understand a little bit about logistics and staffing. You can't go in, you can, but it's not, it doesn't make sense to go in and fire everybody day one, right? So you go in, you say, well, get rid of everybody, all the trustees, vote them all out. So you're going to vote out everybody that knows something about the organization. Everyone. For people that have no idea of what's going on, people that haven't watched the process, people that haven't did the work of in the will of the people. Why would we do that? Like, why would we vote everybody out? Makes no sense. Now, when it comes to the supervisor position, it's a lot of people that work for the township that's been working for the township for years, right? So they are pretty much vested in the job that they've been doing. We have Trustee Carmen Carlisle. She's not running again. We have Trustee Gonzalez. He's running again. We have Trustee Gray Everett, the mask lady. She's not running again. She's also on the school board. Did y'all know that? She's on District 149 school board. And they just recently fired Burton Alderson, which was Dolton trustee's lawyer, and hired Tiffany's other lawyer, which is what the heck is his name? Delgado. Yeah, they hired Delgado and got rid of Burton Alderson. And Burton Alderson, they said because Burton Alderson didn't reply to their email. Really? So anyway, we have one trustee that's running again, right? But to be a trustee is not something that you just have to know like everything, because you can come in and be prepared, right? Prepped on what's needed, because you're basically voting on the agenda items, right? You're balancing the budget. So to be a trustee, you know, it's something that you can get a fresh, clean slate from. Now that supervisor position, we have to have somebody that can come in and do the work. Tiffany is not going to be back on the ballot. She can't come in and do the work anymore, thank the Lord. We have Richard Nolan, which is the Republican candidate. I can say that I don't know anything about Richard. I went on his Facebook page. I didn't see anything on there that shows his views and what he's been doing. I haven't seen any anything that he's done as far as like in the community, as far as helping out. I haven't seen anybody endorse him. I don't even know who he have running on his ticket, or is he running just by himself? He doesn't come to the meetings. He hasn't spoke to the general public, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe he comes when I'm not there, but I've never met him. I just feel like if you are running for supervisor, what took you so long to come out and say that you want to put your hat in the ring, but you haven't even been like at the meetings. You haven't been showing like, okay, well, Tiffany's doing this. I'm going to do this, and this, that different. Like, I haven't seen that from him. I have not seen that at all. I seen him post something, and the post he made had a couple spelling errors in it, but I didn't see anything that was like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do, like, I haven't seen it. Then we have Christopher Clark, the biggest dictator in Harvey. Let me tell y'all something. You have to make sure that he does not get that position. He already weaponizes the police against his own community. If you go to the city of Harvey meetings, he has 4 aldermen that are on his ticket that's running with him. 3 or 4. Could be 3 aldermen. I don't know. Let me not say how many. He just have aldermen that's on his ticket for supervisor as trustee for the supervisor seat. We can't get them yes men in there. If y'all go to these meetings, they vote yes to everything that Clark says. They never vote against him. Only one that vote against him is Kobe Chapman, 2nd Ward Alderman, and Alderman Keys. I think he's the 4th Ward. I'm not sure. Other than that, nobody votes against Clark. And they're always outnumbered, meaning that no matter what, they always get, basically, they vote no, everybody else vote yes, they always lose. At least with the village of Dolton, we had the mayor. Even when she got Stan Brown in, it still wasn't enough for the majority vote. So with her, she haven't been able to pretty much steal. Well, she has stolen, but underhandedly. She did what she wanted to do, and it wasn't on the agenda. So everything that she did and everything that she took, she wasn't supposed to. And therefore, when the FBI do the investigations, they're going to see, okay, the trustees voted no. Why did you spend this money? The trustees voted no. Why did you spend this money? But with the township, they vote yes for everything, and it's approved. Just like her cancer charity. Let me tell y'all something. People ask me all the time, how do I feel about that? I feel like I wasn't going to get any rewards from it no matter what because of whose name was on it. So I don't feel any type of way about it. However, since it came out of our tax dollars, I felt like I was robbed. I definitely feel like we was robbed. I definitely know that people don't know. I own a building in Riverdale. I've owned it for years. Right now, I got rid of it. But I would pay my taxes. My house is in Dolton. We pay our taxes every month for my house in Dolton. And let me just tell y'all this. That cancer charity was all fraud. It was all fraud. She still got her little pink ribbons and stuff on the police vehicles and stuff. Like, you sold city stickers, the plate sticker, the window stickers, with your name and the Tiffany Henyard cares on it, for a fraudulent charity. And now that you and Keith Freeman is not cool anymore, now you just trying to put all of that behind you. Because you don't even talk about Tiffany cares no more. Tiffany don't care anymore. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little immature. I don't care. I'm retired now, so I can be immature if I want to be. People say I'm messy. I don't even understand how I'm messy. I guess I am messy. I'll take it. I'm messy. They call me messy all the time, so I'll be messy. I don't care. But what I don't do is I don't dabble in corruption. So call me whatever you want to, but just know that I'm not corrupt. So I'd rather be messy than corrupt. But that fake cancer charity that she got, that she hasn't even responded to the subpoena yet. This is gonna be interesting. That's why people be like, well, why Keith Freeman ain't coming to work? I would, if I was Keith Freeman, why the fuck would he come to work? Why do y'all want him to come into the office? Do y'all see how Tiffany Henyard treats people? Do y'all really think that if Keith Freeman came to work, that he would be safe? Just answer me that question. Will Keith Freeman be safe if he came to work? Hell no. Keith Freeman would be fucked if he came to work. So Keith, keep doing you. Keep staying at home. Thank you for helping the trustees and helping us uncover all of the corruption that Dolton has been going through for all of these years. I can't wait for Lori Lightfoot report to come out. I missed the last one because I was sick. Y'all don't know. I go to the meetings that I can go to, and I try and make all of them, but I can't make all of them. That's my body. Sometimes it just can't take it. And if I can't get up and get out of bed, I just won't get up and get out of bed. This is what I do all day long. Most of y'all don't even understand that I got a long way to go. When I get up and get out the house and do stuff, I have to force myself. And then I have my THC prescription through my doctor. I have the best doctor at Northwestern that gave me my prescription. So, I do smoke. It helps me a lot. So, between that and edibles, if I didn't have that, I don't know what I would be right now. Because I'm going to tell you something. Smoking helped me not be in the amount of pain that I normally am in. I'll say that. If I didn't have weed, I would not succeed. I'm so serious. And I hate smoking. I hate it. But I don't have a choice. Like, I see people that smoke cigarettes. I don't like cigarette smoke. But I have to have my THC however I get it. Mostly edibles, or I have the green or whatever. But I just have to take it when I need it. Because if I don't use it, I'll lose it. But anyway, back to my candidates. Chris Clark, his alderman, vote no. I ain't telling y'all to vote yes for people, but I'm telling y'all who to vote no for. Richard Nolan, don't know much about him. Can't say yes, can't say no. That's your vote, right? If y'all want to put a Republican in office, put a Republican in office. I can't say yes or no to that. Democratic ticket, Napoleon Harris. I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all ask anybody, even another resident, I'm not going to say no names on here because I'm done with saying names because people get weird about stuff. But I told the other resident, I'm like, I don't know if I really stand for Napoleon because I went to high school with Napo. I actually went to high school with him because he was class 97. So I can say that because, when I say that about Keith, he had a bitch fit. And I'm sorry, we wasn't in the same hallways. He was security when I was in high school. So let me say it that way. But Napo, we was actually in the same hallways together. And I wasn't like friends with him. I knew him. But not like we hung with each other, we kicked it, cool, nothing like that. He had his own. He was younger than me. I don't hang with people younger than me. So that's number one. I just knew of him. I know that a lot of people from our school be upset because they feel like he's not supportive enough in the community. But these last few months, because what a lot of people don't realize is me and Dr. Nikita have a different type of relationship. Not gonna tell what we have, but just know that through me talking to her, let me take it back. When she was Tiffany's chief of staff, I don't even know if she remember, but me and her I inboxed Nikita because I was into it with everybody that was Team Tiffany, especially because we've been fighting for all of these years. And I'm like, how this lady don't see all of this damn stuff that Tiffany Henyard is doing? So, I'm on her post because she on Tiffany Henyard's post trying to, talking about the good things that Tiffany doing. And I'm just like, she don't see the corruption. Like, she don't see what she doing. So she didn't work for her too long. I'm just tell y'all that because somebody, AG Tactical, I think that was his name, he got it wrong on his page. She worked for Tiffany, but not for that long. I sent her a message on one of her posts because y'all know I'm like, before I was blocked from Tiffany page, I was Tiffany friend on Facebook. And I sent Nikita a message because Nikita was like, oh, well, Tiffany's doing this, Tiffany's doing that. And I'm like, no, she's doing this, and that. And she into corruption. And then she was like, well, sis, if you guys, if you want to talk, we can talk. We can schedule a meetup. So, I inboxed her like, well, let me know whenever you're ready to schedule a meetup. And I'm ready. So a week later, she quit. And I was like, oh, she saw the light. I didn't know the reason why, though. I didn't know it was because Tiffany told her that she should have took her blood pressure pills. That was just rude and ignorant. But a week later, she quit. And then after that, she saw the light and she saw everything that Tiffany was doing. I don't know how long she worked with Tiffany, but it wasn't that long. So when AG Tactical said that ain't she Team Tiffany? No, she's not Team Tiffany. She's Team Clean House 2025. And that's because she saw the light. But when it comes to her and the village of Dolton or the township, she's the one that showed me what NAPO has been doing for the community. A lot of people was like, oh, well, he don't do this and he don't do that. And I was agreeing with it. And like, I had some residents that told me that he had some disparaging comments about the homosexual community, but I never saw it. But other than that, I just feel like to pick the lesser of the three evils, who would it be? Do we vote Richard Nolan, who we don't know nothing about? I wish he would come out with his platform and what he's about and what he's trying to do. We definitely can't vote Clark in. And then we have NAPO. Y'all got to remember, Nate Fields right now is not on the ballot. So unless he gets that overturned, he's not going to be part of this election cycle. So right now we have a Republican, a Democratic, and an Independent. Tiffany not on the ballot. She can't be a write-in. So we have to make educated decisions on who we think will best lead the township going forward. Now, Richard Nolan, I don't know what his platform is. I don't know what his agenda is. I don't know what his motive is. I don't even know what he's running on because he's Republican, right? So I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know, like when he said he coming to township, what your first 90 days look like. I don't know. Christopher Clark, I don't care. I really don't give a fuck what his first 90 days look like because he's not getting my vote. And I pray that y'all don't give him yours. When it comes to Napoleon, like, I had a conversation with him and I talked to him about the issues and the things that, he would like to do with the township, like stopping that big bingo. He understands that bingo is fun for the seniors, but big bingo is something totally different that Tiffany uses to steal money from. Just because you have bingo don't mean that everybody needs a big screen TV, washing machine, dryer, stuff like that. You can have fun bingo games with the seniors and have them get together and have them fellowship without giving away top of the line prizes. It can be done because guess who's buying that shit? We are buying it for the seniors. You know how much money can be saved and used towards doing bingo for seniors and then one for the disabled community? Like, come on now. Y'all have to understand that we have to do things better in order to be better. So I'm not saying that NAPO should get everybody's vote, because there's a lot of people that have strong opinions about NAPO. I just want to see us all come to a collective and everybody knows not to vote Christopher Clark in. That's my one thing. I can't tell y'all to vote for NAPO, and I can't tell y'all to vote for Richard. I can say, please don't vote for Christopher Clark. As far as what he's doing in Harvey, is outrageous. We can't afford to allow another politician to come in and not do us right. We just can't afford it. So, and I'm sorry, my iPad is low. I'm using my iPad today. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. All I'm saying is that I'm happy, and January the 3rd. Love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. And remember, subscribe to Cooking with Frank, because his last video is the reason why I'm doing this one. I just want y'all to make sure that we are making the right decision going forward for our votes. We have to clean house 2025. We only have 3 candidates: Cassandra, Hassan, Jordan, Tiffany, Asshole Henyard, and Jason House. So we have to make sure that Jason House is selected into that seat. And believe it or not, we all gonna hold Jason accountable for anything that he might not do that's right. We're not gonna let Jason get in there and just do what Jason want to do. We need to make sure that Jason's getting in there, and Jason has a plan. He actually has a plan, though. He's actually been doing the work for the people. So I'm not even worried about Jason coming in and doing stupid stuff, because I already know that he's gonna come in and do what's supposed to be done, do what's right by the people. So I just need y'all to make sure. And them stealing his signs. Let me tell y'all something. I believe that they're being stolen from all over the place. It's not going to stop the people that actually put the signs in front of their house from voting. You think because the sign is missing that we not going to remember to vote for Jason House? Like, how? Like, that's stupid. So you just stealing signs, and then what? We gonna forget that we voting for Jason House because the sign not in front of the house anymore? That's just dumb. We definitely gonna still vote for Jason House. So you can steal as many signs as you want, stupid. We still voting for Jason House. Clean House 2025. I will talk to you guys later. I love y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's not my saying. Let me stop. But for real though, peace.